Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm up here at Obsessed Home Theater headquarters and Obsessed Garage headquarters, getting ready for an event tomorrow morning called Cars and Culture. So here is going to be our theater room for Obsessed Home Theater. So it's still a work in progress. You can see it is a hot mess right now. And so haven't had much, actually probably not any updates since the last video that I shared with you. But this is going to be a pretty large room. It's about 30 feet deep. I believe we're 18 feet wide, maybe roughly 8.5 foot ceiling. You can see this is like a drop ceiling up here. So hopefully over the next, 2-3 weeks, we'll be able to make some significant progress. But I wanted to give you just an update here, even though it's not really an update, but some of y'all may not have seen the other video. So what I want to share with you, some pretty exciting news. We're going to walk down here. I want to share with you, again, preface, we were hoping that room would be at least in a decent position to where we could set up these speakers right here. Instead, we're using a small room, but check this out. So we are going to be sharing tomorrow with the folks that come in here the Perlisten 7 or S7Ts. These are absolutely gorgeous, man. Love the finish on these. I've been a huge fan of Perlisten for many years. They invited me a couple years ago, probably about 4 years ago, when they first came into the market, out to Wisconsin, flew up there, went to their headquarters, had a chance to listen to several sets of speakers there. Was absolutely blown away, and I love the people. Definitely love Dan and Eric and Lars, and then now I've got a chance to meet the folks at Fidelity over the past couple years. So they're the distributor for Perlisten. So here's the cool news. We're going to be adding this to the Obsessed Home Theater website probably within the next week. We're just putting some final touches to the product pages. We want to take some photos of our own, our own photographs. Maybe for now, we may have to use some of theirs from their website till we can get the entire series that we're going to be carrying, decide what speakers, what subwoofers, because we may not carry all of it, but the ones that we do decide on, we'll get those in, we'll buy them, and then we'll take photographs of it and then add that to the website. Now, I've had many conversations with the engineers at Perlisten, the owners, the CEOs, Dan and Eric, and they've shared a lot, even on my channel, of the amount of engineering, the amount of science that goes into every Perlisten speaker, every Perlisten subwoofer. Even something as simple as, this checkered pattern. I love the look of this, but in conversations with them, this is much more than just aesthetics. This actually adds rigidity to the drivers. Here is a massive DCP array. This is one of their patents. Look at just the style. This is more than just, a cosmetic feature. There's a reason why this is angled right here. There's a reason why this has a certain, curvature to it. All of it isn't haphazard. It's all based on science and engineering. And that's one of the things I really love about Perlisten. But also just how gorgeous their speakers and even their subwoofers are. So we're really excited to be able to offer Perlisten through Obsessed Home Theater. We're authorized dealers for them. And so if you're looking at getting a set of bookshelf speakers, tower speakers, whether it's the S series, the R series, subwoofers, definitely hit us up. We're going to start off with the 7STs on the website, the R7Ts. I think I want to say the 212, maybe the R212. So I have to go back and look and see what products we're working on. But we'll slowly begin to add some of the products to the website. We're still going to figure out, which products do we want to carry? Which ones do we want to have in stock? Because we can't carry all of them. And part of the goal behind Obsessed Home Theater is to make it simple. We want to do the research. We want to compare the speakers and just really figure out which ones do we recommend. Not that all their speakers aren't great. Let's just make it simple for you guys. let's do the hard work, because most people don't have the ability to buy a 7ST, I'm sorry, S7T and an R7T, put them side by side and listen to them. And you know, what do you hear? What differences? So that's part of the value proposition that we want to add for you. So we're super pumped. I'm super pumped. Like I said, this has been, we've had many conversations over the past couple months, and we could not be more excited about the brand. Like I said, I've had a great relationship with Perlisten. I've heard them in homes. I've heard them at shows, and every single time they're absolutely impressive. So here's another thing. You know, you can see in this room, we don't have a subwoofer in here, okay? So one thing I want the folks to do is we're just gonna have a 2-channel setup in here. Again, this room is not ideal. I mean, you look around, you're going, Michael, this is terrible. This is where we're starting, okay? We only go up from here. So once we get the dedicated room over there, fully acoustically treated, it's gonna be a much better area, but we still wanted people to get a chance that had probably never heard of even the brand. The folks that are coming to Cars and Culture tomorrow, you know, they love their Porsches, they love their Mercedes, they love their BMWs, they love their Ferraris or whatever they drive, but not all of them have a frame of reference of what good sound can be. And so that's what we want to provide for them tomorrow. And so what's pretty exciting to me is these towers have a ton of bottom end. So now, not super, super deep, but the bass is incredibly smooth. And so my thought is, let's don't even run a subwoofer, because here at Obsessed Garage and Obsessed Home Theater, we don't have one of the Perlisten subwoofers here. So I don't want to grab like just some cheap subwoofer, little small subwoofer. Matt, I know he loves Dynaudio, you know, 2 9-inch. Nah. Let's show the folks what these towers can do. How do they sound just by themselves? And so I think they're really, really going to enjoy that. So we'll be here tomorrow all day. I guess about 10 to 4, I think, is when it'll run. So if you're in the area, Lady Lake area, definitely come by and hang out with us. You can go to Obsessed Garage's website. You can look on their social media, even on my YouTube community tab. There's an address there. So anyway, hope you guys can make it if you can, if you're local. It's just a couple hours, dudes hanging out, ladies hanging out, listening to some music in here. And then we'll have the JTR set up outside. And then, of course, folks can come in and check out Obsessed Garage, the headquarters here, and check out the products that they carry. So super pumped, man. We're building out Obsessed Home Theater one product at a time, one brand at a time. And like I said, I could not be more pleased to be able to offer Perlisten. Absolutely rock solid, beautiful, beautiful, just well-engineered speakers. And so anyway, let me know your thoughts. If you ever even heard Perlisten, like in person, I'd love to hear your what you've experienced on your end and where you heard it, maybe even own them. So let me know. I'd love to hear from you. So, well, I'm going to go home, get a good night's rest, and then be back up here bright and early in the morning, have some fun with the folks. So y'all guys have a great evening. Hope y'all have an incredible week. God bless. Catch you in the next video.